Salwete Miki, welcome back to Viva Latina and welcome to the 6th video on Roman history. Today we're covering the end of the Republic, so let's study some history. In 133 BC, King Attalus III bequeaths his kingdom of Pergamum to Rome. In 133 BC, Tiberius Gracchus becomes tribune, and he passes an agrarian, which is like a land reform laws. His brother, Gaius Gracchus, is tribune in 121 BC, and their mother is Cornelia. And she calls her sons, the Gracchi brothers, her Gems, or Gamai, and they're the grandsons of Scipio Africanus. Marius is 7-time consul. He defeats the Teutones at Aquae Sextiae in 102 BC, and he defeats the Cimbri at Vercellae in 101 BC. There's a civil war between Sulla and Marius. Sulla is for and is supported by the Optimates, and Marius is for and is supported by the Populares. Sulla becomes dictator from 81 BC to 79 BC. In 73 to 71 BC, there's a slave revolt led by Spartacus. And this war is defeated, Spartacus is defeated by Crassus, but Pompey takes most of the credit and he gains all the recognition for the war. In 70 BC, Crassus and Pompey are co-consuls. In 67 BC, the Lex Gabinia gives Pompey command over pirates in the Mediterranean Sea. 1 year later, in 66 BC, the Lex Manilia gives Pompey command against Mithridates, who's the king of Pontus. In 63 BC, there's a lot of stuff that happened. Octavian is born. Octavian later becomes the first emperor of Rome. Julius Caesar becomes Pontifex Maximus. There's the consulship of Cicero and Antonius Hybrida. There's the Catilinarian conspiracy, and Mithridates, the 6th Eupator of Pontus, dies. In 60 BC, the first triumvirate which is between Caesar, Crassus, and Pompey, is formed, and this is in no way a legal form of government. In 59 BC, Caesar becomes consul with Bibulus, and this is jokingly called the consulship of Julius and Caesar. In 58 to 50 BC, Caesar leads his Gallic and his conquest in Gaul and Britain. In 56 BC, the triumvirs meet in Lucca to send Caesar back to Gaul, Pompey to Spain, and Crassus to Asia Minor. And at this conference, they also decide the consuls of 55 BC, who are Crassus and Pompey. And so Crassus and Pompey were co-consuls in 70 and 55 BC. In 52 BC, Vercingetorix, an Arvernian chieftain, defeats Caesar at Gergovia, but Caesar then defeats Vercingetorix at Alesia in 52 BC. 52 BC, Pompey is sole consul, and Clodius is killed by Milo's followers. In 49 BC, Caesar crosses the Rubicon River. And he says, Alea jacta est, which means the die is cast, basically saying how he can't turn back now, and that it's too late. And then in 48 BC, with the Battle of Pharsalus, Caesar defeats Pompey, and then Pompey flees to Egypt and is killed by Ptolemy there at Alexandria. In 47 BC, Caesar defeats Pharnaces at Zela, and he says the famous quote, Veni, vidi, vici, which means I came, I saw, I conquered. In 45 BC, Caesar defeats the sons of Pompey and his general, or his old general, Titus Labienus, at Munda. We're going to rewrite that. In 44 BC, Caesar is declared dictator for life, and he's killed on the Ides of March, which is March 15th, by Brutus and Cassius and the senators. In 43 BC, the Lex Titia forms and makes the second triumvirate legal. This triumvirate is between Mark Antony, Octavian, and Lepidus. In 42 BC, the battles of Philippi take place. And these are battles in Greece. Sorry, 2 P's. And this is where Octavian and Mark Antony defeat the assassins of Caesar, Brutus, and Cassius. In 31 BC, the Battle of Actium, and Octavian and his general Agrippa, who does most of the battle, defeat Antony and Cleopatra. Octavian wins, and Octavian now has the only army in the Mediterranean Sea.